Hi there, this is Mr. Kieffer, and we are going to be working on how to animate your last name. So it should be fun, so make sure to sign in if you haven't already. If you stay signed in, then you don't have to put in your password. You're signed in all the time. And then go to create. And I think I will get rid of my picture here in the corner so that you guys can see everything that I'm doing. And what we're going to need to do is put the letters of our last name. We'll need each letter to be a sprite. So we can get rid of this sprite right here. We can go with a backdrop first, and you can choose whichever. You can blue sky or baseball field, whatever. I'm just going to use the boardwalk just for fun. And then I'm going to go get the sprites that I need, and they're letters. And so my last name is Kieffer, so I'm just going to get those letters. And I'm going to get an E. I need to get two F's. And I'll need to get another E. I can only do one at a time, so we just got to kind of keep plugging away. And let's get an R. Let's see, Kieffer. Now it's kind of a mess up here, so we'll have to get those kind of sorted out. I'm going to set it right on the boardwalk here just for fun. Okay, get the I right there, get the E right there, F and R. Whoop, I do know how to spell my last name. Here we go. E right about there and R right about there. Okay, so now we have all the sprites. We got the background, what we need it to be. And now we're going to start programming or coding each letter to do specific things. So when I click on it, it will actually do something. So with the K, I wanted to make a creaking door sound. And so let's go ahead and go to events. And when the sprite is clicked, so when you click on it, it'll do certain things. In this case, I'm going to go to sound. I want it to make a cool sound. Now, the only option that I have right now is meow, and I want it to make a different sound. So what you do is you go up to sounds, you click down here to choose a sound, and we'll go all the way down to door creaking, door closing, a door creak. That's the one I'm going with, the door creaking. And so now when I go back to code, that is put in as an option. So we'll play the sound until it's done, door creaking, okay? And so when I click on the K, that's pretty cool. So we have that one done. Now let's move on to the I and see what we can do with that. And so we're going to have it do a front flip all the way around. And so we'll go to events. When the sprite is clicked, we're going to do this for each one of those. We will want to repeat. Use the repeat function, and we will make that 24. I have played around with this already, so I know that if you flip it 24 times at 15 degrees, it will get you all the way around. And then we will also put a wait at the end, just so it hesitates before it starts the next time. So we've got the I. Let's go ahead and click on that sprite, see what happens. Sure enough, it flips all the way around. Or you can do it, you can come over here and click on it, does the exact same thing. All right, perfect. So let's go on to the E. And what are we thinking about doing there? We're going to make it change colors. Okay, so we're going to control this. We're going to start the event again when this sprite is clicked. And let's go with looks. And we want to change the color. Let's see here. Change color. And affect it by 25. And so when we click on it, it changes the color. Oh, I caught the other E on the other end. That's because I didn't place them all correctly. I wonder if it's too late to do that. I'm just going to slide this in over here. And that one right there. So I hope I've got this one correct. There we go. All right, so now I've got it in the right order, and you can keep clicking on it until it goes back to its original color. All right, good. So we have a K-I-E, and so we just have 4 left. Let's go to the first F and see what we're going to make that flip the other way. So it's very similar to the I. So let's go ahead and click on that F. Okay, and let's go to events. When the sprite is clicked, done that before, we're going to use a control, going to repeat it. We'll make that 24. And let's do the motion, which is we're going to flip it backwards. It's going to do a back flip when we click on it. We also are going to wait 0.5 seconds between each flip. So it will repeat it, but it's going to wait between each flip about a half a second. And let's see what that does. Oh, see, it slows it way down, so it doesn't flip around really fast. It just does it slowly. Now, if we wanted to go a little bit faster than that, but not too fast, we could change that to 0.25. So now it's flipping around faster, a fourth of a second. All right, so then let's go to the next F. And let's program that or code that. Oh, this one we're going to make it change its size. So this is going to be fun. We'll start out with the events. When the sprite is clicked, we're going to go ahead and repeat, use the repeat function. I'm going to do this actually twice. Okay, and so we're going to change by size. And change by size. We're going to repeat this 20 times for each one. So let's change that to 20. And change that one to 20. And we'll make it even bigger yet. We'll change it to 20. But we do want it to go back to its original size. So what we're going to do is put in a negative 20. So it'll get bigger and then back smaller to the same size. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we're done with that F. Let's move on to the next E and see what we have in store for that guy. Oh, so one thing with this particular one, it might be a good idea to write down its position and its XY position. So I just have a scrap piece of paper that I'm writing down its position. The X is 80 and the Y is a minus 57. Okay, and this is important because we're going to make it move to different places and we want to be able to get it back into the place that we started. So let's go with events. When the sprite is clicked, and we're going to go to motion, go to X and Y. Okay, so that's where it's at right now, 80 and minus 57. But if we wanted to go up higher, we would want to change that. So let's see. We can leave the X in about the same position, but we'll change the Y and make it go up higher. So let's say, I mean, if it was at a, we could go up, say 120, and then see what happens. Well, let's go ahead and then just wait 1.5 seconds. Make that 1.5 just for fun. And then we'll have it go to another location. Let's see, go to X and Y so we can be specific on where it's actually going. Now this time I want it to go even lower than the 57. So let's go with a minus 120 and see what happens. And then we will wait another 1.5 seconds. 1.5. Oh, I had that click 1.5. And then we are going to have it go back to its original position. Now that's why it's important to write down or remember what the original position was, which it is 80 and a minus 57. So that should bring it back to its original position. And it does. So there we go. Brings it up, brings it back down, and you can click on the letter and it'll do the same thing. So that works out pretty slick. So now we're down to the R, and we'll see how that one goes. And what are we going to do with that? We're going to make it move steps. 30 steps forward, 30 steps back. So it's going to go forwards and then backwards. And this is a pretty straightforward idea. So we'll go to events when the sprite is clicked, and we'll go to control. We'll want to repeat this twice. So whatever we do, it's going to repeat it twice. We'll put a 2 in there, and let's say we're going to move right there. Let's go, let's say even 30 steps. And then we'll wait a second. So it just doesn't go there and go right back real fast. You gotta get it to wait. And then we'll have it move again. But if we want it to go back to where it was originally, that's going to need to be a negative 30 steps. So you go forward and then backwards. And then we will want it to wait again 1 second. We'll put that right there. And let's see what happens. Okay, so it's going forward and then backwards, but I think it'd be more fun if it went a little bit farther forward. So let's put 50, and don't forget, we got to go back on negative 50 then, minus 50, and then see what happens. Yeah, so it went even farther. So that's awesome. So the thing we want to do is type in your last name to save it. So as a project file, we'll call this Kieffer. And so that's good. And then you'll want to save now. Well, you put in your last name, of course. We'll save that now. Project is saved. And then be sure to share that. Yep, congratulations on sharing your project. Other people can try it out, give comments, and remix. That's not hopefully going to happen. I just want to see your work, and so when you share it with me, I'll give you credit for how that goes. All right, well, I think that's it for today. I hope that's helpful. It was pretty challenging at times, but it was fun. Have a great day. Bye.